Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell where you will see more great videos like this. So I was asked if I could do a video on how I'd done the animation. So first of all, get your figure. This is 3D scanned. You can see he has got fingers but they're not separated, so that's one thing that we will not be animating. So this is the figure that we used. First of all, you need to download actorcore, which can be found at actorcore.reallusion.com auto-rig. It's a free download, and so you can use it for anything you want. And this is the program here. So basically what you need to do is load your character or just drag him in. So I'm just going to find my character and just drag him in to here. We've just got to wait for it to upload, which this model's got quite a few tries on it, so it will take a little while, or the whole process will take a little while. But make sure your character is in the T pose, A pose too. Right, here we are. So you can see here, this is a dense try model, blah blah blah. Okay, so make sure this line is sort of in the center of your character, and then quite simply rig body. So you can obviously move your character about, move the line about, just so you get it in the center there. And what this will do now is it'll put a load of points on the model, as we can see here. Now if they're not quite in where they should be, so the foot one we need to move, so we can just move that over. So everything is movable, so you don't really need to worry. That one there, let's just move it over a bit. Everything else I am quite happy. Right, so as I said before, this is a complete mesh. I do not have fingers. So on the hand, you get to choose how many fingers your model has. So mine has 0, and then just click on next. So now it will calculate all the skin weights and the model, and then import it into this part here. This is the part that takes a little while to do, as it's analysing the whole model and where the whole rig is going. So it'll take a little while, so we'll be back when it's done. Okay, here we are now in actorcore with our figure fully rigged. You can see he's got a little bit of animation. We've got some freebie animations up here. So these are just different animations, different poses. But if we go into acting, we can see here we got like walking. But on our one, if you notice here, his mesh collides. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pause the animation. Just going to bring it back to where you can see here where it collides. So what we can do is just select the right thigh, and on the Z axis we can just drag it back to move his leg apart, and then the same on the other side. Just so then he's got that split, and then there's no clashing of the mesh. We could probably bring it back in a little bit more. Just maybe like that, just so he's not hitting. Okay, now once you're happy with your mesh, so obviously you can change everything on here. You can do the arms, you can move the head. There's just all sorts you can do. Just have a play around, or you can select bits on there. Okay, now once you're happy with your animation, make sure you're still signed into the Reallusion or the AccuView website, because select upload to actorcore. So then what that will do is that will import your figure into here, and then we can change So I've got Don't You. I've already brought Don't You for another video that I done. So all these here are, you can see $2, $3. There are some free ones, free, that you can just use. So we can just change it so we can running and falling. So there's all sorts of decent, they're not rubbish, there's all some pretty decent ones there. Maybe it's going to be sitting down. And then also obviously you've got all these again, which these are all paid. If you go into here, you can go into like entertainment. You've got dance. So you can just make your figure do all sorts of funny stuff. I think there's a lot of shuffling as well. I think these are quite recent. So you can get your character to do a shuffle. There's also combat. So all different types of combat maneuvers. Depending on what you're looking out of it, depending on what you want to get out of it, see? So there's all sorts. So then all I've got, so I'm just going to search for the one that I've already got, which is Don't You. I've got a few others, but Don't You was just funny. So it's just going to search for it. And then we're just going to add that in there. So make sure you're on motion. If you select actor, you can buy figures as well. So we want to download the motion only. Okay, so make sure your figure is selected, especially in here. If this isn't your figure, then select one of these robot ones, because that's kind of a generic animation. So I just want to export the motion only. Blender 24 frames a second. In here you got various different types of software that you can use it in: Unity, Unreal, Maya, Studio Max, Motion Build, Cinema 4D, Omniverse, blah blah blah. So make sure we've got Blender, and then just download. Now I've already downloaded this, so I'm not going to do it again. And then what you want to do is go back into Blender, wherever you saved your motion. So we want to import our FBX, and we are in GPBR 92. So if you've downloaded both, you'll get the actor. He's rigged, but he's not got the animation on it. Okay. All we want is the motion. Make sure animation is ticked, otherwise the rig will come in non-animated. And then click on import FBX. So we can see there our FBX, our little figure there is just behind him. I mean, if you want to see your FBX, you can go into the little object properties and click on viewport display, and then you can click on in front. You can see there he's a little bit too small, so I'm just going to scale the guy down to sort of there, but I'm also going to go into Control A, not that, Control A, and reset scale. So I'll reset it all back to to ones. Now what we want to do is select our mesh. Select your mesh first, shift, select your rig. Okay, do Control P. Now what we want is armature deform with automatic weights. Select that, it will do its thing, and there we have our model with the rig attached. And then what we'll do is we'll just put it in the clay mode. And then you can see our little model is dancing away. And now obviously after that you can also add in your whole scene. So we can just add in a plane as our floor, add in a cube, chuck it in there as a wall. We can make a nice little stage for him. Duplicate on the X, wang that over there, Shift D on the X, rotate Z 90, and that'll be the back wall, like so. Then we can just duplicate Shift D on the Z for the ceiling. Let's just bring that over, like so. Grab our light, bring it on over, maybe make it into a spotlight. Let's just change that around, like so. And then you can render your animation. Obviously this is going to be not too bad. So there we go. There we have our little animation in our on stage, strutting his stuff. I hope you found the video of use. If you've got any questions or have any issues, please drop a comment down below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Ta-da.